because I got to go because they just gave him, here's the suspension. Tom Brady suspended 4 games. Pats lose a first-round draft pick in 2016, a fourth-round pick in 2017, and the team is fined $1 million. So I think the commissioner and the league, and this was Vincent first, then the commissioner, obviously got to go with both. I think they hit him hard. I think Brady will try to get the 4 games knocked down to 2. Tom Brady, again, suspended 4 games. Pats lose first-round pick in 2016, a very damaging blow. A fourth-round pick in 2017, and the fine is $1 million, which is cab fare. They don't care about that. So, again, Tom Brady suspended 4 games. Pats lose first-round pick in 2016, fourth-round pick in 2017, and the team fined $1 million. That is the situation with the New England Patriots. So the league, I would say, came down hard on the Patriots. I think this is fair. I think, if anything, it's on the side of hard because of the first-round pick and the 4 games. Forget the $1 million. $1 million to a $1 billion team means nothing. Let's be honest, okay? They can make that back in a day. That's nothing. But the draft picks are the lifeblood of any franchise. So taking away a first-round pick in 2016 and then taking away even a fourth-round pick in 2017, those are damaging blows. The first-round pick, obviously damaging, and the team fined $1 million. So, again, you got it. Tom Brady, 4 games. Pats lose first-round pick in 2016, fourth-round pick in 2017, and the team fined $1 million. We'll go to Mink, then we'll come back and get your reaction. As Tom Brady, I'm sure he will appeal this, try to get it knocked down to 2 games. Right now, Tom Brady suspended. Give me the first 4 games on the Pats schedule, please. I know the first one's Pittsburgh. Second one is Buffalo. What are the next 2? I do not know. Give me the next 2. It's Pitt, Buffalo, and what are the next 2 after that? Give me those, please. Those 4 games. Let's get those before we break. Give me the first 4 games on the Pat. Jacksonville and Dallas. How many of them are home games? Pitt, home Pitt, at Buffalo, home Jacksonville, at Dallas. So Pitt, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Dallas. Tom Brady suspended 4 games, lose number 1 pick, and 4th pick in 17. Team fine $1 million. Here's the Mink Man. Matter of fact, I've seen them open for other groups. I've seen them before. All right, it's all about Tom Brady, as you would expect if you're just hopping in your car. Brady gets 4 games. Pats lose a 1 and a 4 and $1 million. So they hit him pretty hard. Rudy and Bayonne, what's up, Rudy?
Mike, this ruling on Brady, I think it's terrible. Are you going to suspend players because you assume that they fail a drug test?
No, he failed. He listen. They had the goods on him. They absolutely had the goods on him.
Well, you say they had the goods on him.
Absolutely had the goods on him. Just go read the thing and see. They had the goods on him. They said, Tom, this guy says you contacted him by text. Give me your phone. No, I'm not giving you my phone. Well,
I wouldn't hand over my phone either.
Why not? If you're innocent.
Because you don't have to do that.
Then you get suspended. The guy said Brady paid him. The guy said Brady gave him shoes. Brady gave him a ball. Brady told him to do this. Listen. Brady, if you read it, is absolutely stone guilty. Guilty. He did it. Okay, forget it.
Wells didn't come out and say that though.
Yes, he did. He wrote it the way the league would say it. This is not a court of law. The way he wrote it is true. If you're asking me, he's guilty. That's what he said. He said Tom Brady's testimony does not jive with the evidence that shows that he did it. Read it first before you comment on it, read it. Before you comment on this, it doesn't say that. If you read it, you'll see he was guilty. The way they wrote it is the way they write it because you're not in a court of law. The bottom line is he did it. Think the league is going to slap Tom Brady if he didn't do something? Phil and Shirley, what's up, Phil?
Hey, after that, what they slapped him with, I think it's kind of obvious that he's guilty,
Hey, if you read it, he's guilty.
Yeah, obviously. I wanted to talk about this. I suspended 4 games. He's playing my Cowboys in the first 4 weeks. I'm loving that. I'm like, thank God that we don't have to go against Brady.
Yeah, right? Good, but that's not. Yeah, but nobody cares about that, especially me. Whether your team wins or not. Rob in Brooklyn, what's up, Rob?
Mike, what a great day for the NFL. Goodell finally did something correct. I think this could be the beginning of the end for the Patriots. Honestly, Brady's getting up there. If they have a bad season this year, no first-round pick next year. I wouldn't be surprised to see Belichick run out of the door over there.
No. Calm down now. Now you got the franchise ending. I mean, one thing. First of all, do not be surprised if it's 4 down to 2 games. I think it's possible. I do think that's possible. I thought from the beginning, from the beginning, I was 4 down to 2. Okay, so I think it's going to end up 2 games. I hope it's 4, but I think it's going to end up 2.
But what about the first-round pick? That hurt.
That's
Brady,
listen.
37?
The first-round pick is a big hit. Big hit. Absolutely big hit. No question. Big hit. Alan Paramus, what's up, Al?
Yeah, Mike, he got caught. He's guilty. We all know that.
Right.
He's Pat fans. I figured it'd be about 4 games. He'd come down hard, and then with the appeal, maybe go down to 2.
Yeah, I think that's still possible, Al. I think that could happen. Yeah.
But, Mike, here's my thing. And, of course, he's guilty. But to me, it's almost as though this was a sting operation by the NFL. And the reason I'm saying
it wasn't a sting operation.
Well,
the Colts are the ones who caught him.
But they caught him before the AFC title game. Supposedly, there are rumors out there that they knew it before, and it jeopardizes the integrity of the game. I'm not saying he's not guilty, but it's almost as though they wanted a sting. Now, as far as the other teams, when we talk about other teams got caught this year doing something. They didn't have a sting against San Diego with the Stickum or Atlanta or Cleveland.
Al, you're into the sting. We don't even know that was the first story I ever heard about this had no sting. It's that the Colts caught them, and they caught them during the championship game. Okay, that's the first one I ever heard from day one. And I had guys in the league tell me from day one, and I told you guys this before the Super Bowl, that Tom was dead right guilty, that he had done it. I knew it because I had gotten it from people I trust in the league, that he was guilty. All right, whether they were ever going to admit it, whether they were ever going to prove it, you know what? Fine, they did. The Colts knew it. The Colts had them red-handed. So they did it. It's over with. That's all. Don't get into sting operations or anything else. The Pats did it. They paid the price. Now it's over with. That's it. Now you pay the price. That's all. Dave in Long Island. What's up, Dave?
Hey, Mike. Big fan.
What's happening?
Tom Brady, did they say if he's going to appeal it or not? Do you think
I'm sure he'll appeal it.
Even if he appealed it, all the league would have to say is, okay, no problem. Let's see your phone record. Let's see your phone.
Well, if the NFL's going to make him do that, then he's just going to take the 4 games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think he's given up his phone. I don't think he's doing that. I agree with you, and I don't think that he's even going to appeal it because he's got no leg to stand on.
Well, listen, if you from what you're saying, if they make him do that, then he's not. Listen, not every suspension. I expect him to appeal. Not every suspension gets knocked down. Mike in Stratford, Connecticut. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, I think it's a fair decision.
I agree.
But my thing is the $1 million, like you say, that's peanuts.
Right. The pick is enormous.
Yeah, yeah, it is. The pick's enormous. What are your thoughts on, in other aspects of life, you have to pay for the full investigation, I mean, he should be paying for what he cost the NFL as far as I'm concerned.
You know what? You're probably right, but it's not that important. The NFL has plenty of money. I mean, the NFL can write that stuff. That's not an issue. They don't worry about that. I understand what you're saying. There was probably a $10 million investigation. I do understand that, but you know what? The NFL's not going to worry about that. Mike in Brooklyn, what's up, Mike? Pop Mike up. There we go, Mike. What's up?
Yeah, listen, I talked to you last week about this. It's almost like, after the fact now, as a Colts fan, the game is over. They're not replaying the game. Whatever he got, whatever they think is fair, the commissioner did. To me, the whole thing speaks to like I told you, the incompetence of the NFL. And I think it's ironic that Brady, I think he's going to have a hard time getting that suspension reduced when you look at who they play in Week 5. You know, never underestimate the NFL's ability to make more of a buck out of a big-time...
Who's it come back? Who do they play?
Colts. They played their fifth game is against the Colts.
Oh, that's hilarious. I mean, that is kind of funny when you think about it, Mike. That his comeback games against the Colts, that is a good comeback. It really is. You're right. That is a heck of a comeback to promote the first game back against the Colts. Where is the game? Is it in Indianapolis or is it in Foxborough? Is it Foxborough or Indianapolis? That matters because if it's Foxborough, it could really give the Colts a big going over to pay him back. I mean, that could definitely be the case. I mean, unless the Colts are improved this year. I mean, the Colts need to improve their lines. Oh, at the Colts. All right, that mitigates it a little bit. The Colts at least have a little better chance in their building. Bob in Freehold, what's up, Bob?
Hey, Mike, do you think the penalty would be the same if he would have came forward in the beginning and cooperated with him?
I can't say that. My gut feeling would be no, but I don't know. You know, as somebody said to me that made a lot of sense. Listen, they expect people to deny they did everything. You don't get more because you deny it. Doesn't everybody deny everything when they first get it? So to me, you can't give him more because he denied it, and that's right. It's true. Everybody does deny everything. So I mean, it's not his job. Isn't to come forward and say he did it. So I don't know if that matters. Kenny in Staten Island, what's up, Kenny?
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
What's happening?
I'm kind of surprised, that he got that much weight. But the Patriots, they've never really been hit hard. But it's about time to go. I give him credit. He finally put the hammer down.
Let's be honest here. This is an on-the-field suspension. This is done by Troy Vincent. This is his. The commissioner has a right afterwards to say he doesn't like it or he has a problem with it. But this is not handed down by the commission. This is handed down by Troy Vincent. So this is Troy Vincent who does it.
I just hope they don't reduce the suspension. And they should have made it 5 games to benefit the Colts.
And not have him in the Colt game. That's an interesting point, too, Kenny. I didn't think of that, but that is interesting. Not have the Colts play again. I like the idea he's coming back against the Colts. I think it makes it exciting. Let the Colts take care of it themselves. Pete in Portchester, what's up, Pete?
Hey, I spent the morning up in Boston, and some of the announcers on WEEI were saying that this is all the Colts' fault.
It's all the Colts' fault?
Yes. That everybody does it, and this is someone's got something against the Patriots.
Listen, that's the fools you get on the air up there who are such blind homers that they can't even look at the fact. And listen, I mean, I'd hate to have to be in a position where I had to look at the way the Pats cheat and act like they don't cheat. I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, come on. The Pats have never seen a rule they didn't like to break. We all know that. It's nice they get caught for a change. 6 o'clock, here's Mr. Met.
As high as they could ever be.
It happens. Maybe he's going to be rusty. Who knows? I mean, everyone's going to look at the schedule, and figure out which way it's going to go. Who knows? Maybe the backup will play great. You never know. Lewis in Long Island, what's up, Lewis?
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
Yes, Lewis.
I'm not a Patriots fan, but I just think this is way too steep of a penalty. In no level of football does the amount of air in the ball dictate who wins or loses a game. So I don't know. I think it was too tough.
Why have rules then? I mean, you got rules, you don't have rules.
Yeah, but okay, you break a rule that's worth the penalty they got. I understand, but a little less air in the ball. I mean, come on.
If it didn't matter, why did they do it?
Well, they did it. Maybe they got a little bit of an advantage to it, but not worth the penalty of a first-round draft pick.
How do you know? How do you calculate what the advantage is? How do you know?
Well, I mean, I've played football before, and I really don't think. Well, not in the NFL, but I've played ball before. And anyone that plays football, I mean, it doesn't give you that much of an advantage.
It doesn't. Then why would you do it? Why would you risk breaking the rule and have other people do it for you if it didn't matter?
You get a little bit of an advantage, but it's in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to determine who wins or loses the game.
Sure, it could. What if it affects a fumble? What if it affects a turnover?
Well, I mean, that's shown that it goes against them, right? Statistically, the Patriots drop balls and fumble more than any other team.
No, they fumble less than any other team. They don't fumble more; they fumble less. David and Danbury, what's up, David?
Yeah, hi, Mike. I was just trying, a long-time listener, a big fan from back in the days when you did the NCAA with CBS. But anyway, just trying to get your take on how it affects the legacy of Tom Brady.
That's an interesting one. I would not allow this in Tom Brady's entire. See, I have a weird situation. I don't like the Pats, but I like Tom Brady. So I don't like Bill Belichick. Never have. I have great respect for him as a coach. I don't like him personally. Never have. I don't like Kraft and how they run the franchise very much. But I do like Tom Brady, and I think he's a great player. I don't think this would impact on what I would not let this deter or affect my feelings for Tom as a all-time great player. He made a mistake. It's over with, and that's the end of it. To me, I'm not gonna hold this against him in some larger scheme of things.
Great, good talking to you, Mike.
At least that's how I look at it. Someone might have a differing view. Richie in Port Washington, what's up, Richie?
Hey, Mike. Just want to say I agree with the ruling. I'm glad that they held the team accountable in addition to Tom Brady.
They'd have to, yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, defending this is, I don't understand people who are defending it.
Well, I mean, that's what fans do. I mean, they defend their team. So, I mean, at any level, I think, listen, you got to have rules. You can't, otherwise you have chaos. Tom in Riverhead, what's up, Tom?
How you doing there, Mike?
Good.
Just two quickies on the Brady thing. I agree with you about the Brady and Patriots thing. I'm no Patriots fan, but it is what it is. Leave it to the Jet fans to start complaining that
right.
Yes. And number two, I just find it somewhat ironic, and maybe they learned their lesson last year, but Ray Rice only got 2 games for his incident, and you get 4 games for taking some air out of a football.
Well, remember, remember this.
I know they're different. I know they're apples and oranges.
Well, they are apples and oranges because one is about the sport directly, and one is not about the sport directly.
Well,
see, what you do...
it isn't.
I mean, listen, if how Ray Rice treats his wife is not really a football issue.
No, you're right. However, in the scheme of things...
No, I'm not saying... I'm not condoning... Oh, yeah, in the scheme of things, the Ray Rice thing is 100 times worse. I'm not trying to condone his behavior, but what I'm saying is you can't compare it to a football issue and a non-football issue. One is a football issue. One is not a football issue.
It goes to the integrity of the sport and the game.
It goes to different things. It goes to society. It goes to a lot of things. And I'm not trying to minimize the problem the NFL has with its players and how they treat women. I'm not trying to at all. What I'm saying, though, is it's harder to equate that to a football situation. Tom Brady and the Deflategate is football issue. It's a direct game issue. That's why it's very easy for them to deal with versus the Ray Rice thing, which is very hard for them to deal with. Fred in Hillside, what's up, Fred?
Hi, I'm glad you got me on, Mike. I'm a Bears fan, so I got to put that out there first. I think punishment is fair. I think that anything that you do to a high-profile athlete, when they cheat, the kids see that, and the kids need to know that cheating is cheating. And I know sometimes we try to measure cheating and say this isn't as bad as, some of the other things the guys have done. But cheating is cheating, and high-profile athletes, they have a higher price to pay because they have a greater impact on the game.
Okay. That's fair. All very fair. Alex in Flushing. What's up, Alex?
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Good.
Kudos to Troy Vincent for doing a good job, doing a very fair and impartial viewing, and I think the punishments are appropriate.
I agree.
The one thing that I don't know, Mike. I mean, all right, granted, Tom Brady's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he is a great quarterback.
Correct.
But based on this, because here's the difference. In Spygate, Tom Brady wasn't singled out. In this particular incident, Tom Brady is singled out, and it was determined that it was cheating. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just an opinion thing. I can't consider him as an all-time great with the Joe Montana and the Terry Bradshaw because they never had a problem like that, and the NFL never punished them for anything that caliber.
That is your prerogative. I mean, that without question is your prerogative. Jeremy in Yonkers, what's up, Jeremy?
Hi, Mike. This is a long-time listener.
Yes.
Quick question. With these two guys getting suspended, do you think that if they spoke to, say, CBS, and they did an all-tell-all, do you think that might change the perception of how bad this cheating scandal is?
Losing you. What do you mean?
If, say, for example, the two guys that were on the text messages, if they did an interview with, like, CBS Sports and, they said, hey, this has been going on since 2006, would that change the perception and maybe even the penalty of what happened?
Good question. I don't know. I guarantee you they have a feeling, and the hit he got tells me that they think this wasn't a one-time thing. That's what I take from what I take. Sometimes with this stuff, I try to look in between the lines. And what I see in between the lines on this is the NFL is hitting him not as a one-game thing, but that as a way of going about business. That I think he was doing this more. I think he did this far more than once. That's my opinion. And that was really not dealt with that I saw, and I only read excerpts. I did not read every part of it. I read the parts that I was pointed to. I did not read all 280 pages. I didn't have all 280 pages. I think that they found that he had done this more than once. Back after this. The 4 games, $1 million to the Pats, 2016, 1, 2017, 4. John Wall tonight, game 4, does not play for the Wizards, does not play in game 4. Chris from Long Island, what's up, Chris?
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Good, what's happening?
I just had a quick question. Now with the suspension that Brady got, he's not going to be able to practice or be in the facility at all during the suspension. Is that correct?
I don't know if he would be allowed to be there until game 1 and then not back till game 5. I'd have to see the specifics there. Most likely, I would believe he would be off the grounds from the football week starting week 1 right up until after they play game 4.
All right, okay.
He'll be allowed to be there in training camp, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So one more thing also. I know I listen to you every day, so I know that you don't really like comparing a sports situation with another sports situation, but do you feel like this is kind of like an A-Rod situation, that A-Rod was the best player, in baseball, so they have to come on him hard, and Brady's one of the top?
No, I don't think so. I think Tom Brady's always been, one of the more popular players in the sport. I think that they just caught him. I think they caught him doing it. That's all. I mean, I don't think it was anything looking at him or going after him or anything else. I just think this was the fact that the Colts caught the Pats doing this. Henry and Seagirt, what's up, Henry?
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
What's happening?
Hey, I'm pretty good with this whole punishment, but I still, when you compare it to the Saints thing, I don't understand why Belichick got nothing. I mean, they already said that ignorance is no excuse, and they're saying the organization's responsible with the loss of the draft picks and the fine. So,
correct.
How was Belichick getting away again?
I don't think you can put this one. I think it's a good question you're asking, but I don't think you can put this one unless they had some direct link to Belichick here. This was clearly Brady instructed. This was not Belichick instructed, and they couldn't link Belichick to the instruction. If they could have in any way, I think they would have suspended him. I don't think they had any way to link him. They linked clearly Sean Payton to what was going on, as far as him having a knowledge of it kind of thing. I don't think they were able to link in any way. They don't have anybody saying they got information or they were talked to by Belichick or anything like that.
All right, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
We all know Yaddle. Yeah,
Do
yeah.
I think he knew? I don't think anything happens there that he doesn't know, but I don't think they were able to connect the dots with him on this one. Now, hitting the first-round pick and everything else, I think that way. See, they thought Sean was deliberate when he came and talked to the league and talked to the commissioner. They felt he was deliberately misleading the commissioner. That's why it was so bad for them. Mike in Verona, what's up, Mike?
Like, yeah, that last guy kind of stole my thunder about, they exonerated Kraft and the organization, so I don't know why they would be so great.
They didn't exonerate. They just said they couldn't prove they did it.
But just a hypothetical, what do you think if the Patriots could choose right now? An 8-game suspension for Brady or the draft pick, what do you think they would pick?
8-game suspension? Considering how much time, shelf life Brady and Belichick have together, I don't think they'd give up half a season.
You think they would just say, take the pick?
Yeah, rather than 8 games, yes. Because I think that 8 games will destroy a season for him. I don't think there's enough seasons left they can give one up. 4 games, I'll tell you what the Pats are thinking. We're playing the Jaguars 1 game. We can win that with anybody. We'll have a 50-50 chance of winning one of the other games. If we can go 2-2, we're fine.
Do you think the NFL goes into this knowing that whatever number they give Brady, it's probably going to be cut in half?
I think there's a chance, but someone brought it up before. Tom being evasive and not cooperating, they may demand his cooperation before they decide to cut it. If he will not give them his cooperation, they might not cut it.
Now, in his appeal process, will they have to look at his text that he didn't want to give up?
Well, you see, that's it. I think they will. Otherwise, you see, I think Tom's going to have to cooperate to get it cut in half. And I'm not sure it doesn't look like he wants to cooperate in this, so he might take the 4 games. Because I think it may take his cooperation to get it cut down. They may say, Tom, you have to cooperate with us if we're going to cut this down. Your heart has to be in the right place. And if he says, you're not seeing my phone, then what would they use to say he cooperated? He didn't cooperate. I think Tom is going to have to come in with a level of cooperation to get it cut from 4 to 2. And to me, that would mean giving up his phone. And I don't think they're going to do that. I don't know that he's going to do that. So you might very well find Tom stuck on 4 and saying nothing. Yankee baseball is next right after a couple of messages. We'll see you tomorrow.